Whenever I talk about Poco, the first thing that comes into my mind is speed. Second thing is price. How fast and how cheap this one is, we'll know after we take it out from the box. Hi guys, I'm Mitch002 and welcome back to my channel. So we've seen the phone, the Poco M3 Pro. After I took the phone out of the box, the first thing that comes to my mind, would it probably look the same as the Poco M3? Since the Poco X3 and the X3 Pro looks the same, probably this one might probably look the same as well. But of course, they revamped the design, they changed the design, and this one looks a lot better. Well, of course, that's for me compared to the Poco M3. The Poco M3 Pro for me looks a lot more professional looking than the Poco M3. And of course, this one is the first ever phone from Poco that sports a Mediatek chip. The Poco M3 Pro is equipped with a Mediatek Dimensity 700. It's a 7nm chip. It can run as fast as 2.2 GHz inside its octa-core processor. And what's nice, it's 5G ready. Not only one SIM, but dual standby. Now this phone comes in two configurations. Either go for the 464 gigs of storage or you go for the 628 gigs of storage. Both of them are UFS 2.2 ready. And inside this phone, it's running MIUI 12 for Poco on Android 11. Now taking a sneak peek at the Antutu benchmark score, it has a 302,000 points. For me, it's probably better than the Snapdragon 720 series. Now, the next thing that I want to test here on this phone is the 5G connectivity. So right now we can see that I have a 5G connectivity on my phone, and we'll try to go for a quick speed test and see how fast it goes. So running speed test, we can see that it runs as fast as 120 Mbps here in my location, but it's not really the best speed that I can get from this network. Well, probably I'm inside the house and 5G is still not that advanced here in my country yet. So we can see that I got 120 Mbps speed on download and a 5 Mbps speed on upload, which is for me, well, not a bad sign that I have a 5G connectivity inside my studio. And probably things would look a little bit better for this network in the few months to come. Now this phone sports a 6.5-inch FHD Plus IPS LCD and it's running 90 Hz. For me, it's, well, not that bad. And one thing that I like on this phone, it has a dynamic switch display, meaning it can switch on its own playing between 30 Hz, 50 Hz, 60 Hz, and 90 Hz on its own for you to save on your energy and your battery on this phone. And this phone even has a 400 nits of display, which is for me pretty bright, not bad. Now the screen is protected with a Corning Gorilla Glass 3. At the back, it's made out of plastic, and the frames is also made out of plastics. Taking a quick view at the display, I can say it's really nice. Punchy display. Though it's an IPS LCD, but it can display pretty bright colors with 400 nits, and of course, the viewing angle is pretty nice. But the punch hole on this one is a little big, and it's a little bit annoying when you're watching a movie on this one. Now, the sound on this one is pretty decent. The loudspeaker gives me a good experience watching movie, but of course, I'm a little bit used to those phone having the stereo surround speaker. Probably it could have been better if it has dual stereo speakers. Now, right now, I would like to put this phone to a test on gaming. The Mediatek Dimensity 700 is something quite new for Poco, and Poco is known for their speed in gaming. Let's see how this one performs out in Call of Duty. Playing the Call of Duty here, for me, I can say it's nice, but of course I cannot set everything to the highest setting. The most that I can set here on graphics quality is medium and high frame rate. Nothing more beyond that. So for the gameplay, I can say it's decent, it's nice. I lowered my expectation on gaming for this phone since it could hardly reach the high graphics settings, but of course the gameplay is nice. Though I can really feel some of those lags, some of those frame drops here on this phone while playing the Call of Duty. One thing that I noticed is that sometimes my character would skip when I change the viewing angle, and I can hear some lags on the sound while playing the game. So hopefully they can improve a little bit on that on future firmware updates. Now this phone has triple camera setup. It has a 48MP main shooter, aperture 1.79, 2MP macro lens, and 2MP depth sensor. And of course, together up front is its 8MP selfie shooter. So let's take a quick look on the camera output from this phone. Now, one thing that I noticed from this phone is that some of the photos I've taken outdoors are a little bit overexposed, be it on the front camera or be it on the rear camera. So probably they can correct it a little bit more when they push out some future firmware updates on this one. And I believe the camera can do better on future firmware updates. Now, I tried taking video on both the front and rear camera, and I can also say that it's overexposed. Even on indoors, it's still overexposed. This phone is NFC ready, and it also can play some music from FM stations. It even had the side fingerprint scanner, only not rounded. This phone packs a 5,000 mAh of battery. It can support up to 18 watts of fast charging. Inside this box, it comes with a 22.5 watts of fast charger. Based on my watt meter, this phone can accept as fast as 19 watts. Now, draining down to 17%, charging it back up to 100%, it takes me 2 hours just to complete that task. Now, one of the upside from this phone that I can say is the battery endurance is pretty tough. It can endure up to 17 hours and 9 minutes of screen on time. Based on my actual usage for the past week, this phone lasts me up to 2 days on normal usage for some social media, some YouTube watching, and some mild gaming. You can choose from 3 colors available for this phone: the Power Black, the Cool Blue, and the Poco Yellow. For me, I picked the Poco Yellow. What's yours? Now, for the most exciting part, this 5G phone costs only less than $200 US, and I can say that it's probably the cheapest 5G phone available in the market today. Now, if you are on a budget and you want to try 5G connectivity on your country, I highly suggest this phone, the Poco M3 Pro 5G. It's really a very pocket-friendly device and of course, with fast 5G connectivity. So what's your take on this phone? Comment on the comment section below, and of course, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, click that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos here from my channel. So I hope to see you on the next one.